It's time for Peanut Street. What? Defeat both El Gigantes without putting them in the furnace. 500 points. I mean, that's worrying that's like the only thing I appear to have like got during my run. But First of all, drinking cow piss is all okay. And before you think I'm being racist, that's generally like what the video is. Everything's just falling apart. India's PR is just literally. Social media has been an absolute curse. It's been an absolute curse. Probably for everyone. Because what I mean by it is it's basically ruined women. Because women can just now go on this like their like little magic box, and they can just get everything they need in terms of validation and everything from that, and then they just are protected by the state, all made by white dudes, especially if they're from like the Western nations. And then they do that. They'll just take some dude's job. It doesn't matter what they're doing. If they're even earning money, they're just taking money away from a white man. That's all you got to think about. Same with immigrants. If any immigrants are working, that job could just be done by. If you see Mr. Patel and there's the 7-Eleven, a white guy could do that. If you see like Mr. Patel at the corner shop, a white man could do that. If you can see like, so you see what I mean? So it's irrelevant. Absolutely irrelevant. Because any immigration that comes in, I could just argue there should be incentives to just try and encourage the communities to like be white. So if you're a white man, you should get like loads of incentives to be able to open up a shop, instead of just opening it up to the fucking everyone. And it's just like, so you just get all these fuckheads from India come by, and like they probably just got money from scamming white people, and then they just come over here and it's the magic soil. They just think like, oh, they'll come here and they'll be fine. And they don't. They'll just buy the shop, and they refuse to integrate because they're all super racist. So they all like just form their own like, little pocket communities. So everyone's like thinking we're racist because we're not like they're not wanting to work. It's not. They are. I used to have a friend who was he's Indian, and he dated a white woman, and their parents would beg him into like break up with her, and they called her like white devil, and she was like the evil spawn. Why is this guy in my country? I like obviously back then it was like I didn't really think about it because you're just like whatever, maybe it's just like one anomaly Indian family that did that. But now like I know everything I know, I just think, why the fuck are you even here? Like I don't even like the idea that you're in my country, even if you pay X amount of tax. That's just irrelevant. I don't like the idea that there's just some fuckhead. He's in my country. He's calling my women like they are my women. My counterpart female. Like I dog on Katie. But there is a valiance of I will protect her to some extent. She's just a sheep that's gone astray, I suppose. She's just stupid. What most women are. Women are stupid, so stupid that they have been brainwashed into thinking they're really smart. And then that arrogance of them being smart is then what's causing them to like think they're high and mighty and virtuous, and they go around preaching about X and Y, and they just don't have any idea what they're talking about. They've got no life experience. They haven't got any skin in the game. Because how I always see it is, what chips have you got down on the table? So for like single liberal women, who a lot of these women will be, it's not, they don't have any, there's no skin on the game. They haven't got anything on the line. I have things on the line. I've got 2 children. I have 2 kids. It's imperative I make sure that I leave them in a good place. I'm not going to be like boomers and just be manipulated by the TV, and they become my parents, everyone like that. They're like absolutely goy lords to like authority. My parents aren't as bad. They're not as bad, but there are like others, because my dad actually does use X. He's not as bad, but I know he's an exception. That's why I don't call him boomer. Like when I refer to him as a boomer, I don't say like boomer with a hard R. Those are reserved for like those really arrogant, like ignorant, just old people who just had the easiest life ever. They bought a house when it was the cheapest ever, and they'll gaslight you into thinking that it wasn't, and it was. It absolutely was. It's just impossible for a man now, unless they're going to inherit property, to be able to like get on the ladder. It's all just been bought up by Indians and property management companies like BlackRock and all these like venture firms and things. It's stupid. You shouldn't have let them be able to do that, but we have for whatever reason. No other country basically does that. It's ridiculous that 50% of the property is like owned by Qatari. My only like my only like uh sort of like raison d'etre, I suppose, with that is that we could just take it all off them. In theory, if we just said fuck the Qatari guy, like we're just gonna we're just gonna just take the places back. I'll just interested to see what they'll do, because our government could just say we don't give a fuck, and he just loses all this money. And I just think like whatever, we can take it to court, but we just won't pay. It'd be like when China has any domestic abuse, any sort of situations. Seriously, if you're gonna like, if you want, do you want to like go to the Chinese government? If like a Chinese company just absolutely steals one of your ideas. So, for example, let's say you invented something, just some like a tool or something like that, and some Chinese, and it'll happen. Some Chinese company will just they'll just, because you'll probably use China to make them, which is another reason why you don't want these companies to even be doing it. But you'll probably go to China because it's the only place you'll be able to actually get scalable manufacturing at a cheap, really like affordable cost. And then like they'll just find out that you'll give them like the blueprints because they'll be using like plastic extrusion machines, and they'll just steal it. They'll just steal it and sell it cheaper. And if you want to go to the Chinese government and call them up and say, "Oh, I liked it," good luck with that. Fucking that. Absolutely good luck with that. Not only would it just not happen, like no lawyer would. They'll just laugh in your face. Are you joking? You think you can actually get a court case going with China? But then even if you did, like, I mean, there are like some like obviously civil disputes, I suppose. Oh, sorry, more if like someone gets killed, I guess. But you're gonna have to remember the Chinese are just gonna probably be really on their side, like their own people's side, because that's what you should be doing. It's like, why would you want to like? There's foreign affairs and bullshit like that, but they don't care. They're just too powerful to care. They just don't care. Sign of weakness. So just be fuck off. Like, yeah, we did steal it, so. Same with like Russia as well. They don't even give a fuck. It's still shit. And then we could just do the same. We could just literally just be like all the Indians and everyone, just send them back. And if they're just like, but I still own that property. We're just like, no, you don't. You don't own it anymore. We just changed it. Just put in a new law that just says foreign people cannot own places from this period on. Any that have any previous grandfathered in, they're revoked. We'll give them like maybe 3 months to panic sell it. And then it'll be really cheap because they'll have to panic sell it. So like people could probably just buy like the property. I mean, that's just tough luck. You just can't predict what's going to happen in the future. You shouldn't have taken our charity for such grace. This is what I'm saying to you. Anything that's happening now and anything these guys are doing to us now is just stuff we're going to remember at any time now. Like when, hopefully, if Restore gets in and Rupert Lowe, it like actually is going to like put in, like nail in the proper like foundations of this. This will be sort of stuff that just makes sense. These will all just be laws that will just come in that a lot of places will already have, and it isn't racist because it happens in all these countries. But the only reason people are getting annoyed at it now is because they don't want it to change, because they want to come in and they want the freebies. The Muslims want to come in. They want to fuck like have 8 kids, 8 mentally retarded kids. So they can just let the retarded kid. They don't actually probably love the retarded kid because they're too stupid to even care. In my opinion, they're just too stupid to really even like think, like feel love to the same extent that white people do. So they'll just have this retarded child and they'll be happy that he's retarded because they'll know that he's now like their cash cow. They'll probably like rake in like $2,000 a month for him while his kid's being like cared for by like some private nurse. And that'll be like all his life until he's like 50 or something. It's just what a waste of money. You just need to stop it. Just say sorry. Just go back to Pakistan. That wasn't what the system was intended for. Everything here was made with good intentions, with like mostly white people, but now it's the population is dispersed. There are just clearly people who are not affiliated with our country, who are taking advantage of it. And why do I know that? Because if you were affiliated and you respected this country, you wouldn't abuse it. That's why I don't want to abuse it. Because I have a loyalty to this country. I want it to do well. But These people don't because they don't come. They're not. They'll just pretend, and they'll. Anytime you ask like Shamia Mahmood, she'll just say, "Yeah, I feel really British," but she won't. You'll hear her in her like private sessions when she goes to like a mosque, which she will do, and she'll go into like I told you, there'll be like a private area in there, and she'll go there, and then she'll just start leaking all the big secrets. And that's why America's just not trusting us because it's a smart move. Because anything that Shamir will hear, she will easily probably like leak it to like there's probably like a confidence of like these Muslim higher ups, and they'll just spread it over to Iran. Like I'm not even kidding. I guarantee you, if Shamir Mahmood had been tipped off about the invasion of Iran, whatever you want to say about that, I guarantee you somehow they would have found out because she would have like blabbed. She would have probably like told someone. That's why Trump didn't do it. And they're all in it together because all of the Home Office, if you've like seen what they look like, they're all people of color, so they'll all be super liberal. They're all going to be like mega anti-Trump. So they would all do it, and they would all cover each other's backs, and there'd be no way we could ever find out. Because this is just the problem. We've just fucking ruined it. You let women like Katie with her small brain be lied to. Essentially, it's just they've been lied to. The left, a lot of the left just seem to be really gullible, stupid people who don't think anyone lies and are happy just to take like validation from like retards. Do you know what I mean? So for me, I really don't give a fuck unless it's like if someone, unless I know the person giving me credit is of someone of note, I don't give a fuck. Like if I get like an Indian, it actually never happens because the Indians and black people will never say to a white person that they like your stuff. But I'm just saying, like, if like a fucking like loser just comes up to me, it's like, oh, I really respect your stuff. I'm not gonna be like a fucking like celebrity and be like, oh, I really respect you buying all my merch, man. No, just be like, fuck off, mate. You shouldn't. Don't watch me. Go off and have a family. But that's the whole point. Is like I'm here, so you don't have a. So you, I'm meant to be. I am basically like Hinge. I'm Hinge for streamers. You're meant to watch me, and then you're not meant to watch me. The whole point being is you're meant to listen to me. I'm teach you that all of this is just bullshit, and they shouldn't be like listening to these like false prophets of like Asmongold and Extra Emily and Ray K and all these fucking retards because they're all just gonna tell you shit you want to hear. It's all shit you want to hear. That's the whole point. They're not dumb. They know the game. The game is to just like try not to be as polarizing as you can. Just try and like cover as many bases as you can. Uh, oh, okay, fine. Where'd you see the rhinoceros people? Oh, I love that. Actually, I've got like all guns. Spoil loads of germs. I don't know where they are. It's like I said, Chief. I can't. If you can't, I don't know if I can be bothered to play this again. Unless I unlock like a really, really dope. Well, I probably. What I mean is, I probably won't play this for a while. It is a fun one just to kind of pick up and play. But I think I'll probably only be playing this for like a little bit now. Oh, so Katie has done a new video. It's on Katy Perry, which I don't really know a lot about this. But I'm just gonna check if she's got like I was just like not really. I didn't just don't care about this Haley. I don't even know who Haley Beck is. At least I kind of know who Katy Perry is. I just don't. It's all these like new people who are just like I don't care. It's just so obvious. I'm gonna read to you what like someone with like low IQ or like, is basically like they like. All right. It says here the Underdeveloped prefrontal cortex is apparent in a lack of emotional control and is primarily responsible to the base gratifications such as food, sex, and possessions. Common characteristics are underachievement, antisocial behavior, aggression, and repetitive, simple verbal expressions. So, for example, um, repetitive single verbal expressions is when you see like black women or black guys getting like arrested. It's always really funny. They always just keep repeating the same thing. That's not mine. That's not mine. Stop this. Stop that. I didn't do this. That ain't mine. That ain't mine. That ain't mine. It's because like their brain is like they're going through stress, but I'm presuming it's just they lack the hardware to be able to process it. So this is what they're doing. It's like their brain is just breaking down and they don't know what to do. So they just think if they keep yelling the same thing, it will come true. I guess it's very hard to tell because I'm not like that. Aggression, yep, absolutely. You see that a lot with like black Indians who love sort of violence, don't they? And Muslims. Social antisocial behavior, yep. Lots of destruction, lots of like rape, lots of like degenerate stuff, really horrible pranks, pedophile pranks, uh, women shaking their ass, loads of sexual, loads of pedophilic stuff, loads of pedophilic stuff, bestiality, it's all this stuff, just being like really sexist. It's like underachievement. Well, yeah, again, a lot of these people like come from really, really poor, destitute places. If they do get famous, again, it's usually on the guise of like something like entertainment, which is like a Ponzi scheme in itself because it's just you can just shuffle money around with there like not really being anything. So you can just be like, well, how can I tell that Ray K's actually really funny? You can't. You can't. There's no book that just says someone is this talented, they get this much. It's just entertainment. So you could just be like a black guy masturbating, and if the people that want you to be famous want you to be famous, they can just get people to like donate money to you, and you could just like, how do you know like who? Where, do you see what I mean? It's just a Ponzi scheme. And then like base gratification such as food, sex, and possession. Yeah, it's just like basically a lot of like black guys, like Indian people content. It's just black people. I'm not even joking. A lot of the time, you just see videos of like black people, like Asian or whatever their face is, just going into like Popeye's chicken. They just eat some meal and they just sit there, and it's just black people love it. They just love watching like 'cause they probably just like are high or just like drinking lean and they're just like fucking like off their face, and they just all get like they all just get off on just like watching other black people and just like talking in a chat, which would be way too fast for them to even communicate. There's just no point. It's not like when you talk to like small little groups and you can actually kind of have a conversation to some extent. It's like the chat is just going. It's like when you see the ISO speech chat, and it's just going so quick. It's just you're a fly in a hurricane. If you write a comment, it just goes flings off, and you're just never ever going to see anyone's going to not even have had time to do it. But they're all there, like a horde of locusts, just there, like. But anyway, the reason I'm reading that to you is because you need to have that in mind every time like you're looking at all these comments. And this is what Kay's not going to do. She's not allowed to because even though she'll say she's really smart, she's not allowed to like look into like the skull, the physiology of the skull, and like what actually different parts of the brain do and stuff like that. She won't say that. She'll say that that's like that's like racist studies that Professor Shekels told her not to talk about, or she does know it and she doesn't want to admit it because she knows that it's a grift, and she knows that if she has to accept that brown and black people are like people darker skinned than her are just inherently more degenerate, her grift's up because then all of them will hate her because they will be like, I'm not watching Katie. Katie's racist. Fucking cracker. And she'll lose her black boyfriend as well because she'll be like, Katie, I just watched a video and you just said that you thought that black people are a bit emotional because they don't have a prefrontal lobe, but that's just racist. My black professor told me that that's impossible. We are as smart as all white people, definitely. See what I'm saying? So that's the road she's at, and she knows the left's crumbling as well. Like she's still gonna like stay as this militant feminist. That's fine. I'm not gonna forget her. I don't. It doesn't matter. I'm a no one. So what? She's not gonna be scared, but she's just gotta pray. Like I said, she's just gotta pray that nothing. I don't. Not that I even want to, but even if I just become like influential in a different medium, it doesn't necessarily have to just be like a streamer. Like, I don't want to do that necessarily. But she knows she can't do it. She knows, like, at least with me, I'm like honest to the bone. Like, if you're Indian, I don't really want you to be watching this. Like, you can, but I am just gonna like make fun of you. I don't give a fuck if you care. If you're happy just to watch it and you can just like, sit and listen to me talking about like the downfalls of your nation, and you can just take that and just be like a little bit humble, or maybe just accept that maybe you are one of the smart diamonds in the rough, and you can just try to cut the diseased arm off of you being like loyal to India, and just pretend to just say like you're 135, you're an actual 135 mental genius Indian who's been tested by Mensa, and you actually are domesticated, you've been able to be civilized and actually live with us, then that's fine. You can watch me. But if you're just going to be like one of these like 80 IQ, 70, 60 IQ Indians who are just living in like hyperbad somewhere, and you're just it probably stinks of like it does. I've been to Sri Lanka, and that was like in 2013, and it still stank of, and that's in Sri Lanka. It's not India, but they're all the same. It's all the same kind of people, just slightly different color. They were like, just no one cares. They all just cope because they all like have caste system. But if you're white, you just see them all as being the same. It's like you think we have like this ability to um, differentiate or even care. Like we don't give a fuck. I don't care. Do you think I want to like care about whatever fucking regions of India there are? Who cares? Who cares? There's nothing cool coming out of any of it. Part of the reason, like, people want to like research their favorite footballers, even if it's fucking goy sports. But part of the reason was because it was cool and it was interesting. But there's nothing interesting coming out of India. All of it's just gross. So I even as a kid, I had no affinity. I had no affinity for India. I just thought it was just a disgusting place. I never found the women attractive. I hated the food. I always found like the Hinduism thing, even when I was learning about it as like a teenager, I always thought it was so fucking. The aesthetic of it is just so unappealing. It's like all of their like little idols look fucked. They're always like mustached men, and they just look really fucked, and they got like little slit eyes, and they just look really fucking stupid. Their stupid turbans just look really like, I don't know, they look really gay. Like I cannot imagine any white woman is like getting really hot thinking about and that's why I even say, even if like you think of that Chad Indian guy from like Indiana Jones who's like fucking ripped as fuck, and as soon as you put that turban on, no woman is wants to fuck you, because like, how does that even work in bed anyway? Like what do? Do you have to like take your turban off, or do you leave the turban on? And it's just like it's just disgusting anyway, because the reason they have a turban is because they just don't cut their hair, so they just have like, they're not even kidding, their hair will be like a meter long. It's just disgusting. It's just the worst like body hair. They've got the worst smell. They've just got like I think that the worst facial shapes. I used to know like these like Indian twins who were like in my school I grew up with. I was just Indians, man. I actually had like a little bit of a rivalry between, and this is when I was really young. It must have been when I was like starting like school, and like when I was 5 or 6. I used to have this absolute hatred for this Indian guy, and it's just I think there was. I think it just shows that my ancestors, I was probably like one of the imperialists, one of the like guards who probably did have to like go over there and like fucking sort them out in like 1700s. And like I probably did, like I'm not even kidding, that Indian kid's like relative that I bullied, he probably was like the very first jam boy. If you don't know what jam boy is, it's so funny. So there's like this like theory that like oh my goodness, it's not even a theory, it's the wrong word. there's this like, I guess it's like a bit of like what's it called, an urban legend, I suppose, which was when we colonized India and effectively made India, because before it was just a pit of just tribes. It was just a pit of pagan tribes, and our men went there. And it's like the same when we went to Africa. When you hear and you read these like explorers' first impressions of these people, and you got to remember that because like, they're their first impression, they have no reason to be racist. They've got absolutely no bias or no good conscience to be racist. It's just barbaric. It's just they just see it and they just see. I'm not even kidding. It's like they are just killing children for their gods and they're eating them, and women are just being like absolutely raped and stuff, and men are just being killed and just for like the stupidest thing. And they have just no concept of life. It's just they've got no concept of life. Life to them is just frivolous. It's just some weird superfluous like state they're in, and they're too stupid to know. So they're like these suicidal, like, cannibalistic, like idiots, like lemmings that just go around and they just don't. Every day to them is just is kill or be killed. Like every day in those days for like pagan like, it wasn't India, just like a bunch of states. It was just, and you had things like the Black Hole of Calcutta and just all these like fucked up shit and all this fucking most fucked up shit. Juggernaut ceremonies where they're like people getting like voluntarily ran over by these massive like statues they were making. They have like a real in the same way that we value life, Indians don't. They're like the opposite. They like worship death. It's like every black and Indian person who's here and Muslim, they hate me. They hate me with an absolute passion. And it's like, why do I want them here? Why do I want them here? Like, why? There's this funny video that Katie has, and it's called Q&A, and she looks like absolutely ridiculous. I'm guessing that must have been when she was still a bit chunky. But anyway, um, it's like a little bit blurry, and she's wearing it's hilarious. She's wearing a vest, so she's just wearing like a vest. It is a vest. It's like a wife beater vest, white beater vest, and she's got like her tattoo that's like emanating from her sternum. But it just looks like hair. It looks like hair. I actually can grow like sternum. I do shave it. I don't care if that's gay. It's just because I grow like this like little patch. It just looks, and it just does look gay as fuck. It's like if I just if I just leave it, it literally does. It just grows like a massive like island of hair. I'm trying to think of like a character, but just like like when you get a stereotypical characters like that. And I used to have it, and it grew really thick. It would like so if I wore like a low button top, like Lewis or something, you could just see. So I got rid of it. So I do shave it because I do get it. But anyway, it looks like that. It just looks like that if I don't have it. But yeah, I get like this nang. Yeah, it's just. I mean, I probably should be. At least I didn't get a hairy back. At least I'm not like fucking Turkish. And again, that's not turn on either. That should be another thing that we just don't want. Why do white women want Turkish men to come into our country? Why do you want ugly, disgusting Turkish men who get fucking wiry, sticky, slimy back hair? I get a couple of rogue hairs maybe every now and then. I'll just like shave them off. I do get quite big nose hairs as well, so I do cut them. But again, I just think that's just I just think that's normal maintenance. There's like a level of metrosexual, I think, and there's like a level of like too far, and that's fine. I like shaving my legs and my arms. Ah, I did shave my I shaved my legs for charity when I was in secondary school. I'll be honest with you, it makes a difference. Even when you do have just like a thin layer of hair, I do feel for the women because I remember doing it. I just remember how fucking horrible it was during like playing like hockey in like January is so bad. It's like, even just the tiniest like little bit of hair that you get on there, you like, look at your legs. It's like that is just enough to give you like a little bit. So I can see like like, when you have a beard, it does like make your face like a lot better. It's like a little bit of an advantage. Just grow a beard when it's winter. Or maybe this might be it now. This might be I might just be beard man now forever now. It might be good. Maybe I can finally like grow out of my. What's extras? What's the point? I mean, I'm nearly back to the point I was when I got the rocket launcher anyway. So, Kay put 3 weeks ago, hi, any video topics you want me to cover? And she just posted this picture of like some Hello Kitty toy. And I know because I had an ex-girlfriend who liked Hello Kitty, and like a toy like that would still be like 50 quid, 60 quid or something. And I remember like when I broke up with her, she was like, oh, she was like, oh, I don't know if I want to keep this now. I was like, why not? I was like, you're going to keep the iPad that I've given you. Of course you'd keep the iPad that I gave her. So she was like, oh, I don't know what to do with this Hello Kitty toy. And I was like, well, I'll take it then. Because I was like, I knew I'd paid loads of money for it. I was like, I'd probably sell it for, I can't remember what I did. I think I just gave it to charity. But I was like, I paid so much for it. I remember like even the shop where it was, I paid for it. It wasn't even that big. It was probably like, but I got that for her and she had it in her room for so long. Even bought it all the way to when we like, were in London 10 years later. We broke up. She's like, I don't want this anymore. And it's like, I don't stalk her. In fact, I don't really know actually what she's probably doing. The last time I spoke to her was like 2 years ago. There was a reason I got back in touch with her. I had to ask her something about. It was something about the court case. But anyway, um, it's just a shame. 'Cause they were twins, and she was like my high school sweetheart. But it's just she is just your classic millennial. She just fell for the Goy Lord. It was like again, there was nothing I could do. Because it's just women like her just have been conditioned. They just don't want to get married. They don't want to settle down. So even though I dated her for like nearly a decade, I think she was autistic as well. But it was just we never really talked about like marriage or kids. And I was like, okay, well, we don't have to get married, I guess. But she just never wanted to be a mum. And I think for me that was just always going to be a quandary because I did. Because she was so terrified of like feeling sick. She had like this fucked up phobia of like being sick. So she just couldn't. She just didn't want to be pregnant because she was too scared. I just wonder if that's just another like bullshit thing that like birth control does to women or some shit. It's just because I was just like she was so terrified of being sick that she wouldn't drink, which made her really boring as well. I don't care. You can call me whatever you want, but if I'm not good. I don't. I don't really want to date a woman who doesn't drink. I'm sorry. You can just whatever. Fuck yourself. If you don't want to drink, that's fine. But just don't demonize people who do. Do you know what I mean? I'm sorry your brain's so fucked that you don't need something to like retard it. I'm so sorry about that. Must be so bad for you to live in a society where everything's made for your IQ. Like, God forbid. God forbid, man. And then it's another thing as well because then it's like it's the fallacy as well because Lisa Simpson says a really good point about it's like because you're not too if you're really stupid, you get loads of help. If you're normal, you're probably going to get the best out of life because the world's designed for normal, and you're going to speak, and you'll understand, and more normal people will get you. You'll have a bigger gene pool, demographic. If you're like above average smart, you probably will do really well because you can take advantage of that. But then if you go beyond that, you don't. People on that level don't even value what I suppose conventional people view as successful. If that makes sense, you go into that the craze bracket, the insane bracket. So it's like like again, if you think of Doc Brown, we all know Doc Brown is like really smart, but like I don't think he's like conventionally like really really rich because that's just not really smart people care about. They're just more about like I don't know, trying to have a good time and have a laugh and trying to be happy. I think that's more important to them. Wait, what am I doing here? I'm doing something completely wrong here. I need to change that. Oops. Yeah, because like these people might not necessarily care about things like material goods or just having a really hot wife. These are like low IQ things. So what I'm saying to you is like, if aliens come here, they're probably not going to be interested in like, I don't know. I can't really say that, but do you know what I mean? It's not high class stuff, is it? Oh yeah, I remember. I was like, "Ow, I wonder what happens if you do get caught and it just kills you. Just get fucking killed. He just blasts you to hell." I was like, "Can you destroy it with a rocket launcher?" No, don't be fucking stupid. This is my second channel. Oh, is that her boyfriend? I can't quite make him out. He, I can see some hair, but I cannot. Honestly, she's done a really good job, and I think I know why. And then she's done one here. Says 1 year ago, last chance to drop questions for tomorrow's Q&A, and it's like, again, she's just dressed like a whore. Like, how else do you want me to say it? She's wearing like a business suit, but the suit's all wrinkled. So it's just fail already because it's like you can't wear a wrinkled suit. It's just it's like that literally is the whole point of a suit. The whole point of a suit is every aspect of it. That's why like every time you like see movie like Lionel Hutz in The Simpsons, it's always that's like always how you make like characters like him look like they're not professional. You know, like a wrinkled suit and he's like not wearing a tie and his like buttons are not done right. It makes him look stupid, doesn't it? It's like okay, he's got, and then she's got a Hello Kitty phone case because, of course, she's got to have something, doesn't she? This is not even her IP, which is just again, I don't like people who like leech off other people's IPs. Make your own thing, make something new. It's like all the black people, they can't do it. Every time you listen to black rap music, they have to take like the sample from the white guy. It's just like every time I listen to a black song, I'm always like listening to like the sample they've taken. I'm like, why have they just taken like Bruce Hornsby? That's just the way it goes. And there's just Tupac's done it, and everyone's just like, I didn't know Bruce Hornsby stole this off Tupac. He didn't, you fucking creep. Um, and she got like massive hoop earrings. She's got all the tattoos on her hands. And she's wearing like basically nothing on her bottoms except these like stockings. I don't know who she thinks she is. And then her room just looks, it just shows again her age because I just think again, like when you have your own flat, or you're in place, you're just not gonna ever take. I just never ever am gonna take selfies in my bedroom. It's just such a juvenile thing. Isn't it? Anytime you see selfies of like people when they're like in their bedroom, it psychologically for me, instant second. I just think of someone who's like a uni student or like not very rich. They still live with their parents. Do you know what I mean? Because it's not like they've got the roost, so they're not gonna like if I want to go and make pancakes naked, I can do that. But like someone who takes a picture in a bedroom probably can't because they probably like their parents will be there, or like someone's gonna be, the roommate's gonna be there. But when you can actually be naked and you can make pancakes, okay, it's very liberating. No, I don't do that, but I'm just saying, it's liberating to know I can just do that. Or in the summer, I could just like walk around in my and just in my underpants. I don't have to worry about it. And even if women say, "Well, I can do that at my boyfriend's house," no, not completely. There'll still be something times where like you won't be able to do that. Because what if like your his family around, so, or his friends around? Exactly, gay. So shut your face. It's not yours. It's not your place, is it? Just called the new Katy Perry essay. Allegations are just the tip, I assume, of the iceberg. It says, "This isn't the first time." Ellipsis. Katy Perry essayed me in the club. I remember what Pokemon said. Believe all victims. Angie. Katie probably loves Pokemon. I bet like if Pokemon called up, like Katie would say, "Come fly to LA, we could do a collab." She'd be like, "Oh, Slay, get your bag, Queen." She'll be there in a minute. So we're gonna read the comments because I do know Katy Perry, and also they are really funny. And I think this is another tactic I've got to use to shame these people because I'm still nobody, but I'm hoping if I can cause a movement. Because one of the things that does really piss me off it is like the simps and the enablers. And I've always thought that someone needs to like make a program or a tool where they can go on like Extra Emily stream, and it like just automatically can like detect and pick up all the usernames of the people. And then there could be a system where they can like try and work out where these people are from. We could just try and have a system where we can like try to not like give these people so much power and anonymity. So, for example, if you know you're going to start watching Extra Emily and you're commenting all the time, there's a chance that someone like me is going to like find out like your account, and I can just try and like shame you. I know it won't work because a lot of Indians do it, but at least I can like just keep shaming Indians as a whole, even if I know that you're probably an Indian. I can still disparage your character by like making everyone hate Indians. So if everyone hates Indians, they'll just ban you. So that's fine. And that's just what will happen eventually. If we just keep on shaming Indians, keep saying, "Oh, the Indians are just doing this," we'll just say we'll ban Indians from everything. We'll just ban them. We just don't want to do business with you. Even if you've got all this money, we don't care because eventually, if we don't do business with you, you'll implode. Your whole country is literally like is held together by duct tape. Like you're seeing videos at the moment of civil wars breaking out. It's that country is falling apart. They They'll probably just get nuked by Pakistan. Because Pakistan's just hates them. Investing is for people. Katy Perry has recent. Oh god. So let's see. As a mask lesbian, I can testify that there are some girls who don't respect anyone's personal space or boundaries. My current girlfriend also had a very similar situation in a club where a girl was literally chasing her and sexually harassing her until someone called a security guard, and he physically took the girl out. I love they had to put like a male guard in the lesbian club. He's probably gay. It's generally a shame. He's probably black. Harassment, because at least they know, like, if the black guys in a lesbian club, you won't rape any of them. Make them laugh, make them laugh, make them laugh, make them laugh. I think it's seen as, "Oh, we're both girls, so it couldn't possibly be violating this person's boundaries." Yeah, women have been given. It's really funny that even in this like situation where it's a woman who's now causing SA, they're still not really talking about the issue the bigger issue, which is the systemic gynocentric society that we're in, where we've given women too much power. When men have power, some some definitely do abuse it, but overall, the men are able to kind of understand their footing and they don't abuse it. Not, we're talking about white Christian men. I don't care about your Indians and black and Africans and Muslims. We don't care about them. They're different. They're not. We're talking about in general. If you give white Christian men the power, they don't abuse it. So to give you context, like I have guinea pigs. I know this is just a really trivial thing, but I have power over them. I could abuse that and like do stuff to them and like harm them, for like my own sick pleasure. But I don't because I'm aware of that and I know I have this power and I know it's like a responsibility for me not to do that. And I get like a guilt and shame and I don't want to do that. Um, women don't. Women are like too stupid to really understand this power they have. So they're just being manipulated into doing stupid things for money. That's basically what it is. Jewish people know that their only influence they can really use is money because they have loads of it. They control it, so they can turn that faucet on and off to whoever they want. But the only way you can do it is if you dance monkey dance. So basically, all celebrities are just mouthpieces for Jewish people. I'm sorry, like if that's gonna blow your brain, and that's why you see so many of these straight white actors who are doing all these humiliation rituals recently, because they're starting to crack now because they know their PR is just it's tail spinning. They know that no one cares about celebrities anymore. They know that, so now they're like punishing all of like the existing A-listers because they think at least if they're gonna go down, they can take down as many of these people as possible. What was the situation? There was one recently where it was like, yeah, it was like Justin Bieber. Even Justin Bieber's like, wife has got this like notorious past of just being like probably plowed by loads of black guys, and that will be like the sort of humiliation ritual that he will be somewhere down the line of his business, his production line or something. They would say, "We want you to date this woman. And if you don't do it, we're just gonna like put out these videos that we've got of you. If you probably like at a Diddy party, you probably like I don't know, fucking a horse or something like that. You think I'm being crazy, but they will have this, and that's why they can control them to do it because they would have when all these people became famous, especially like Katy Perry and Ellen DeGeneres and anyone who's like famous. They would like expect you to. They'll make you go to one of those Diddy parties and you just take loads of drugs. And they want you to do that because then they want you to do something really, really fucked up. Um, they're not even joking. Probably like literally like fuck an animal, and they'll have a picture of that. Somewhere they'll have a picture or a video of you doing that because that's what they want you to do. Because that's the blackmail. Because they know that if like Justin Bieber decided he didn't want to do that, he was like, I don't want to marry Haley. They would do that. They would say, okay, then we're just going to leak these pictures out, and then that's what would happen. And those pictures just get leaked, and then everyone would see like Justin Bieber's like fuck the horse or something like that. And then everyone, and then his record label would drop him, and he'd become destitute. And it's the same with all these celebrities. Uh, some of like the black people they don't need to do that with because the black people don't need to do the humiliation ritual because they will just do things for money and they're just anti-white anyway, so they don't need to do it. But it's more like this sort of a good-looking white people. They are the ones that do the humiliation ritual too because they're still like going after them, so they're still using them as tools to make money, but they need to like humiliate them to make sure like their legacy is like not ruined. It's not like the rabbis and stuff who are like they're never gonna have to do like that, go on stage naked like John Cena or something like that. Do you know what I mean? these are like humiliation rituals that they give them so that they know that they're in control. It's just to again just to show like who's in power. It's not these straight white Christian men. It's the Jewish people. It's the powers above them. It's why Bill Burr had to probably marry a black woman. It's why Trey Parker and Matt Stone both married black women. Why is that a coincidence? It's probably not. It's literally probably not. It's probably like somewhere down the career when South Park was getting big, they probably probably did say that. And they'll lie and cope and probably tell you that's not true. But this is all just what they will be told. They'll be like told they have to marry a black woman. Otherwise, they're not going to renew their show anymore. And then they'll also say like, we don't want you doing any more like Jewish episodes either. And if you do, again, we'll like ban your show, and they'll be able to do it. Like we'll just ban South Park. So South Park would have just been like, and this has happened like on countless occasions when like there's obviously shows that have like refused to do that. One of my most recent ones for that will probably be Smiling Friends. So Smiling Friends. What was that? What is this? It's just the Magnum as well. So dope. I love this game. But anyway, like they're not talking about the bigger issue, which is just like they clearly are aware that there are just women who are just gonna, and that's the thing. It's like you've given women this little like power, the same as men, and what we're finding out is most of them abuse it. So remember when I said when you give power to men, a few abuse it. When you give women the same powers, most of them abuse it. And what I mean by that is just like, you know, I just callously say statements like all women are victims because I'm not joking. Go speak to any woman who's like under the age of 28. I don't want to say specific. 30. I guarantee you that all of them are going to be like victims of SA to some capacity. Ask them exactly what the story is, and you'll quickly find out that they're not really what you think is SA. Because my point is, I even said this to my dad. I said like, you know, when my mom would have gone out in the nightclubbing when she was in her 20s, probably back in like the 70s, 80s. I can't actually remember when she was born, but let's just say like the early 80s. I said this to her. I was like, it's like, yeah, like sometimes you'd get a man who's like a bit bit gropey. Probably be a white man, but just probably be a bit just too drunk. So what would happen is like she would probably like, I don't think she said it in this detail, but I probably inferred that they probably like squeeze her ass or something like that. And that's why I always say squeeze your ass, because it's just like squeeze your ass. It's not really sexual. I guess it is, but it's not. It's not really. It's just like so much context to everything. But anyway, I'd be like, so what would happen if that would happen? Say, oh, you just probably like slap the guy and just say, no, just don't do that. And then, because they were like normally like white, and then they would probably like learn their lesson. And then also that all the other women would like team up as well and say, like, yeah, don't do that again. And the guy probably would either like be asked to leave the club, and probably would. He'd probably just like noticed he's had too much and go. Whereas today, if it happened, you squeeze her off, she'd probably like scream really, really loudly, and then like all the music would stop, and then like she would say like what happened, and then like the bouncer, and he would be black. He would like grab him and like put you in like a full Nelson. So like the man's humiliated now. So already this is what I'd say, like the humiliation ritual's begun now. So already you're going to be humiliated, and everyone's going to get their phone out as well, man, and everyone's going to film you. And you don't even know for sure if this dude has even squeezed her ass. It might have been, and it has been. I'm not even joking. Seriously, there's been like a moment before. It wasn't even a hot woman, but like I was just walking, and I trying to like sidle past some like woman, and like my hand was just happened to be like where her ass, and I accidentally like, I didn't squeeze it, but I my hand did like so she probably didn't know it was my hand. But she probably did feel something go over her ass. But luckily she didn't do anything. But like, and even if she did, it was like I was absolutely an accident. I didn't even notice. Sorry, I didn't even. I was just trying to like sidle past. But like that's the sort of situation where it's like we don't even know because there's no footage, there's no evidence, there's no evidence because there might be a camera, but there's no way you'd be able to distinguish from a body of masses if someone's actually copped and squeezed an arse. So already that's like a point of contention. So we're already acting. So the black man's already put you in a headlock, and there's no proof. So in the terms of law, I don't really. You're just taking the believable victims. Is what I'm saying. You're just removing all power from the man, giving it all to the woman who might lie for whatever reason she likes. Now she's going to be a victim for the day, so she's going to have like the rest of the night with like all her buddies buying her drinks and stuff and giving her a validate. All the men like giving her kisses and stuff. The police are going to like give her kisses and stuff. Her parents are going to like probably buy her like a car or something like that for this. And then, meanwhile, that man, he's now like his life's ruined now because he's like accidentally like walked past and just kind of like drunkenly just kind of walked past and probably like maybe just accidentally done that. Like he's now, and you don't know. We don't know. And this is the big thing I'm saying is we don't know if he squeezed it. And even if it does, we just need to think, why is that reaction going this far? Because the black man doesn't like the white guy, so he's obviously wants to put him in the head. And also, the woman doesn't like the white guy because she's been told that all of them are like rapists. So she watches all these true crime site things, and maybe he's like, no, she doesn't find him attractive. The Indian guy who owns the club is obviously going to want to ban him, and to make it to like make a point, he'll be like, you are barred from here, and if I see you again, I'll kick you in the curly balls." And all the women wait. So he'll do it. The policeman that'll come will probably be like a Muslim policeman or women policeman. So they'll do it because they want to get like they want to tell like their like friends all of like I had to arrest a sex pest white man because it looks really good for their like left narrative. See what I mean? Whereas let's go back to that scene and we have like the Johnson, or the Tyson, or someone like some black guy squeezing Kay's ass in a club. She would probably like find that like flirty because she's been taught that black men doing that it's like their culture. So she knows that even though she does think it is a bit inappropriate, she has been so goy-lorded by uni to say like, oh, because he's from Africa, he deserves this, and this is just like how they do things over there. And it's not actually him being like sexually abusive. It's actually him just like showing his manliness. See what I mean? It's because like this is what the schools have done. They've just taken. That's how she should be with white men. She should treat white men like that. If she sees a white man deliberately like squeeze her ass, she should see that as a compliment and like actually want that. But she's been goy-lorded by Professor Shekels that she should be angry. And it's like I said, I had an ex-girlfriend, I told you, who I just remembered, like, anything that I liked, she would just abstain from, like, wanting me to have it. She never, ever bought me, even though she knew I loved, like, all this, like, gaming stuff, all the, like, anime and things, like back then. Never, ever bought me any of it, because she's been taught by, like, her Jewish professor, like, never, ever give anything to the white man. If you have a white boyfriend and he likes sex and said, no, don't do it. Don't do it. Only do it to black man. Oh, I didn't even mean to push that, but I'm glad I did. It's just so funny. Seriously, it has to stop. Like, I'm not, this is just, it's not on. It's really not on. Where do I go? Where do I go? Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, they won't talk about. So this is just again a classic case of there be the hoist of their own petard because they'll just end up killing themselves. This is why like, you can't have women like ruling themselves. They're like, oh, women ruled. Oh, trust me, it would be really bad. It wouldn't. It'd be hell. If women were as strong as men, domestic abuse would go up so much. But because they're women, they would just make it illegal for women. They would be the martyrs.
Been accused of sexual assault by Ruby Rose, and the allegations are pretty disturbing. Katy Perry, the 41-year-old singer, and
41. She dropped off so hard. She used to be really hot. I'm not gonna like pretend, and I don't like the it's Friday night. I suppose because of like the sort of somewhat pedophilic undertones, I guess. And you know what's really funny about that? The music video, by the way, to add on to like why Katy Perry, I suppose, is a sex pest. Well, she married Russell Brand for one, which is really interesting. So that's already like her pick of men. But then also number two was like, if you do watch this Friday night, there's like a scene in it where she's woken up in the morning, like I suppose hungover, although it doesn't infer they had alcohol. But she's in bed with like this Chad, and you see the scene where she like just puts her hand down his pants, and then she like does like O face, like I guess he touches her flaccid dick, I guess. But I just again, it's like you can imagine the Jewish people be like, oy vey, yes, do that, make it so women get away with being sick. You see what I mean? And I guess you'll be like, well, there's another scene in it as well, where like there's like Chad at the end of the music video when she's like wearing her like slut outfit. So again, it's like what she. But anyway, Chad just does have a proper squeeze of her ass, and then she does like freak out. Um, but does that exonerate her for like sticking her hand and like actually like groping him? Because I'd say squeezing someone's ass is not the same as like as Trump would say grabbing the pussy or grabbing a dick. That is definitely much worse. Putting your finger in someone's asshole, now that's pretty bad. But squeezing a cheek is definitely not. I'm sorry we're having to have this conversation, but I think women need to. I need to teach women this. Having your ass squeezed, like I said with my mom when she was in the nightclub in the 80s, does not account to even having your tit squeezed. Like, I'll give you that. Or like someone's trying to like touch your pussy, even if that's like overclothed or not. Even if someone like just honked your pussy like with your top, like that's still much worse than squeezing an ass. I'm sorry again. We have to do. I don't know why I have to keep doing it as well. As long as I need to like, actually do it to myself. I feel it's imperative because women don't seem to understand. It's the same as like someone opening up your cheeks and trying to stick a finger up your ass hole. That is again, that is worse than someone trying to squeeze your ass cheek, but not as bad as someone trying to squeeze your penis or vagina, but it's worse than someone trying to squeeze your tit. There you go. I don't know why that's so hard to say, but for some reason it is. Okay? So if someone's in a nightclub and a white man tries to stick their finger up your asshole, that does deserve, I think, again. I know, I'm sorry that that's it, and I'll probably watch this tomorrow and I'll laugh my ass off because it's really funny, but I have to tell it in this really stoic way because it's the only way we can really get it across. If someone's really like, if you're a dance, I can't make a scenario for it. Let's just say like you're doing a dance, and one of the dances involves like women, like, you have to like bend over or something like that. So all the women are bending over, and like a white man, like someone sees him doing like this with his finger, and he goes, and he tries to stick, and he does that. That deserves absolutely the nightclub to stop, and that guy has the scenario with the black man puts him in a headlock. If like you're in like a crowded area and like you're a woman, you just sort of feel something over your ass, but you don't know for sure if it's a hat. You don't actually feel like this. This is why I'm doing it because this is why because I know the feeling of like something's just like pushing against your ass versus like something's actually like voluntarily like squeezing your ass. And it's like what I'm going to say to you is I've done loads of research on this. So everyone always thinks like I'm just talking my arse, but that's only because it's usually Indians and black people who want women to be like this because they want women to take down white and other women because they want to take down white and have Indians and black people tell her how smart they are. Because I'm not going to tell them they're smart because Katie's not smart. She's not smart by my. She's smart to retards, but she's not smart to me. In the kingdom of the blind, Katie is the king. Not even the queen. She's the king. Her head's too small. It's not big enough to be on my level. Um, I don't even know what my point was. It doesn't matter.
Allegedly essayed Ruby Rose, an actor you may know from Orange is the New Black, in a...
Oh, what? The film about all the lesbians in prison? Brilliant. Another anti-white show. Another anti-straight white show. Brilliant. With a fat black woman and lesbians. Brilliant. Of course. That's a really good show for the American family. That will really, you're really gonna watch that, and every man's gonna want to have loads of children. Not like Pragmata, but Kay would watch Pragmata and she'd just say like you're a pedo. I still don't want to apply it. I don't. I keep seeing the footage of her being cute. It just makes me rage. Not in that sense, but it's just that I feel like I'm gonna bring up really strong men. Alright, I don't care about all this like cute shit. No, I'm bringing my boys up, and they're gonna be fucking strong, dude. Any man who's listening to me, like that's it. I don't care about this pragmatics. I don't like cute stuff. That's actually it. It's not like I've got like a gooning issue. And I think I'm gonna jerk off to the game. Absolutely not. It's just I don't look at those scenes for her like being cute, and I don't. Nothing happens to me. It's just a distraction. If you watch me playing that, I'm just gonna be like, it just be distracting. I just want to make fun of it. That just doesn't. I love being with my sons though, and I love like being play fighting with my sons, or like like wrestling and tons. Yeah, that's fun. I like that. I don't care about the gooey shit. I don't care about that. That's like it's like I say, it's like Hank Hill. He'd be like, why do I don't get this Pragmatica game. Why am I playing with this like weird little android woman? Like, you saw that. It's like that. It's just like it's like that with me. Because also she's an android. So everything's just so strange. So part of me just thinks that I wouldn't care if that thing gets his head blown off. In a really morbid sense, you can call me like fucked, but it's true. I wouldn't. I don't, because I know she's an android. I just wouldn't be able to form a bond with it. I'm not stupid enough. I understand the difference between my guinea pig and anything you present to me that isn't real. Sorry, isn't a human. I know it's just a computer. I know it's just a system. It's an AI. You can say as sophisticated as it wants, but I don't care. It's sci-fi, so they'll just say whatever. It doesn't exist, though, does it? If you design an android and say, "Do you have any qualm blowing this android's head off?" I'll do it because I won't. It's not real. Only to prove a point of essence and so. I didn't mean to push that. This is a force habit. Every time you shoot, I just want to reload, but I don't need to. Like this is what we need in the UK. A lot more of these. Not the worst way to go out. This is nice and quick. What's he doing here? The I just don't do anything. But yeah, that's kind of my point. It's just they've just made. Hell yeah. They just kind of made women just immune to just. And I think again, it's the enemies of the West don't know that. They want to do that. Ooh, cat's eyes. Yeah, the barrels are like really. Um, is that what they call them? Barrels? Doesn't. I don't know. I mean, it's not a new one. I've got that cap before. It's worthwhile. Ooh, that reason. I was like, if he gets up after 2 bullets, I want my money back. Beautiful shoot. I'll show you mine if you show me yours. Got it. Yeah, I remember like he says that in Harry Potter. I thought that was like a bit sexualized for that. He's like when like they find out that Mad Eye. You can't even hear it when you do it. It's just so cool. When Mad Eye Moody is actually I've forgotten the guy's name. But it's the thing that when you watch Harry Potter, right? The thing I always have to keep trying to actually remember is how young he is because he's not even a fucking adult. Yeah, he's like fighting like obviously like, adult like people who've obviously gone to the schools of magic. So every time like you watch Harry Potter, it's like the Goblet of Fire. They're all freaking out because Harry's name was put into the into the fire. Um, it does just dawn on you, yeah. It's like, oh, is it just like one adult, really, regardless of their power, even like a kid is not going to be as smart as them because they're like an adult is just doesn't have the magic power. And that's kind of like the point he was like. He's like, no child, no fourth grader is able to have a charms big enough to outsmart the goblet. I was like, wow, I mean, hang on, man. I mean, didn't Harry kill Voldemort? Then? It's like, how strong is he? Well, actually, he doesn't technically kill Voldemort, does he? He's the Horcrux.
Melbourne nightclub back in 2010. Melbourne's Sexual Offences and Child Abuse Investigation Team, the SOCIT detectives, are investigating an alleged historical SA that occurred in Melbourne in 2010. Victoria Police said in a statement to Variety, police have been told the incident occurred at a licensed premises in Melbourne CBD. As the investigation remains ongoing, it would be inappropriate to comment further at this stage. So yeah, Katy Perry is a pop star who was primarily big in the early 2000s. You might know her for her songs Raw or the song that has the lyric I Kissed a Girl and I Liked It in it. To be honest, I didn't really know she was...
Kate probably loves that song. Oh, you little freak. Uh-oh. Because the thing that like the West is most worried about, that seemed apropos, is when the women get racist. Like they're worried because I think a lot of young women are getting racist now. This is what I mean. They like this trick they had did have a fall off, which was I think they assumed the white woman would just accept this was happening and just accept like, oh no, the Muslims are going to be their new alpha males, but they just didn't think that the women would not want to just like submit to these fucking like third worlders. So they're like almost like confused. I don't. Why are there all these white women who just don't want to like be colonized by all these like third worlders? I thought that we taught them in racial studies in a Holocaust class. See what I mean? It's like they just seem to assume that, but like I think the thing that they've just failed to understand is there's like a few things. I think one of them is to say they think that women actually really concentrate in school, which they, they don't. So then it's just that these women are just coming out, it's like education and just being like, just getting their ass squeezed by the Muslim man. And they just don't like it. So they're just coming like really hardcore racist.
Doesn't look like I can get in through here. Need to find another way.
Because basically it's like once the women become racist, you're fucked. Because the most of the time we're doing stuff for the sake of the women. Because again, the social contract was meant to be like we'd give all this power to women, and the contract was they would fuck us, but look, they're not. Like Katie's here, they're making a little Goy Lord videos just talking about sexual harassment and how much she hates. Like it's always about sexual harassment. It's the only thing she can talk about is sexual harassment. I mean, it's very. That's why I like watching her actual other channels, Breath Fresh Air, because it's actually it's interesting to hear her talk about something that isn't just about like even at the Nox, like the last like 3 videos of that channel has been me having an abortion, me being essayed. It's always sex. All the output of women is sex. Again, I really don't think about it that much. I'll be really honest with you. Even like today, I'm just trying to think. Did I really think about sex that much? I think I did. I think I went to town a little bit and I saw a couple of like hot white girls. I thought they were hot. Women, hot white. I have to say that because Kate like, hot. Saw some hot women. Hot white, definitely over the age of 18, even though it's 16 in my country, 18-year-olds. And I thought, yeah, okay, I might think about wanting to have sex with them. That's it about it. But Katie won't. She'll probably like wakes up in the morning and she's probably like annoyed because she hasn't had an orgasm. Then like if she hasn't had an orgasm, she'll just be like annoyed all like day with her boyfriend 'cause she hasn't had. She probably has to like use toys to get herself off. Then like during the day, she's probably just like doing research on like sex, just like watching about like essay and porn and stuff. Then during the day, she's probably like watching the video and like making the video all about like yeah, essay and porn and just like how bad people can essay and stuff, abortions and stuff. And then she's got to read her comments now, all be about sex and porn and like and all these Indian people telling her like she's like a queen. So it's just, you know what I mean? Then she like in the afternoon, her black boyfriend comes back from like her community community work, and then they probably have to have sex like a couple of times because Kay can only get dopamine from like sex. At least she knows that her horny black boyfriend will be able to do it. Like, someone like me, like on the best, I'd probably be able to do one, but that's not enough for Kay because she's like is it a hermaphrodite? I think it's a hermaphrodite. Someone just wants to fuck all the time. No. No, I gotta be careful. Hermaphrodite's not. Hermaphrodite's someone who's got like both sets of sexual organs. Is it a nymphomaniac? Yeah, it's a nymphomaniac. Sorry. Most women are just nymphomaniacs, where they have no hobbies, and it's like I'll be honest with you, I did try to re-enter into the dating scene a little bit. I'm gonna be perfectly honest with you, I did, but I just made the women work for it because I just can't be bothered to just be their court jester. And I'll be honest with you, there was so many women I just like they were hot. And I think they showed interest in me because they swiped left or whatever it is on me, whatever, right? I think it's left. And then spoke to me first. And probably if I did just ask them for their number and I just went around, I could just fuck them. But like, I don't want to do that. Because again, it's just a low IQ thing. It's just like low IQ people just think about food, sex, and social shit. Like I said to you at the beginning of this video. I wanted to actually trying to like court them and like, 'cause I just think if you can have like sex with someone that you kind of you feel like you actually like got a connection with, it's much better. It's not just lust. It's actual sex. It's like a difference between like lust and I suppose making love. But a lot of these women, I just wasn't giving them anything. So like for example, if I responded to them and they just replied back with like yes or one word, I just didn't reply. I just leave them on the red because I can't be bothered. I'm not gonna like do double comments and just feed off people who are just doing one word answers. It's bullshit. I'm not doing it. You can go fuck yourself. Good luck. I know social interaction is worth more to you than me. I can sit here and just do this. I can happily do this until I'm like 60. I've got kids. I don't care. I don't need a woman. I know women need men. I know they do. They go crazy. You go on TikTok. Like you could argue I'm doing, but I don't. I'm not on TikTok pretending I'm really happy and complaining, like passively aggressively, just bitching about women. Well, I guess I am, but like I think Kay's a different example, though, isn't she? It's not. It's not the same thing. I'm not like bitter. I'm not in a relationship. It's more what I'm trying to say. Because I know it's like I don't want to. I'd rather wait for a good one, which might be forever, than settle for some shitty one. Which is just what the majority of women are like. Because we just give it again. We've given them too much power. Um, they're earning like their own money, which isn't inherently a problem, but it just means that they don't rely on men, and that is substantially their issue with their problem with the way they're feeling lately. And because there's no power dynamic, they don't respect the men. They don't respect the man, so they don't want to like give him like any special treatment. They respect their boss because they know their boss is powerful and like makes more money than them. So the women are turned on by that. But they won't respect you. They don't respect you. Just put mouse misery. Put mouse misery. Oh. Oh, sticky book.
Very.
Okay, he's wearing like it looks. Oh, she's wearing black. Really boring. Really unflattering. It's it's like a hoodie, which never really look good on women. Because again, it's not really a woman's clothes, but it's just again, it's like the masculine ification of women in the West. So it's ooh, perfect. I just saw that. Just how do you stand up for that? I'm gonna do that now every time I finish something. I mean, that doesn't seem like it was my fault. You saw how big the window was. Like, what? It's like wave function. I love it. This is what the physicists. This is where big Sheldon plays. Right? I like this. When you use the gun, it's like a wave function. When you aim it at that guy's head, you got the probability they'll go in there. You're like, fuck off. Fuck with. I remember like me and my friend were like got really high. We went on like YouTube and we used to find like some of the most fucked up videos. And to give you context how old this is like 2011. So way past the glory days. This is still when like YouTube wasn't really had a community, if that makes sense. There was still like people who were big, but nowhere near like this now. It was just like 2015, 16, like you say, the golden era. That was when like I think people started to actually use YouTube, and YouTube kind of had found its like a way to actually be able to do things, which was to have like a bunch of creators making stuff. And again, remember, if you think YouTube was like lax back in 2015, 16, when you got like fucking iDubbbz doing his content cops and saying the N-word, you can't imagine what it was like in 2011. But we would always do that because we'd always get really high. And we went into YouTube and just like, me and my friend always referred to it as going to the dark side of YouTube. Because even when you used YouTube, you were aware that there was probably like loads of videos that were probably going to be like child porn or like bestiality, which had just been uploaded, and there's just so many videos. There's just no way it can be detected. Or there was always this fear, because there was this there was a 4chan prank they did like a few years, like ages and ages ago, where they were like put like a minute of Hello My Little Pony, and then just so it gets past the censoring, and then just after like the 50th second mark, change to like hardcore porn or something. And people did it, and obviously and it's probably Indians again. It'd be people who don't want the destruction of the West. So Indians and black people mostly probably doing it. Probably a couple of white people, self-hating wise. But it went too far, as it always does. Because you can't like, again, you can't like let Indians and black people have good things because they'll just abuse it. Because there's always going to be like some retarded black guy who takes it too far and he'll put a child porn on it. And that's exactly what we did. So then like someone who did like a video of My Little Pony, and there's apparently just cropped like child porn, and it was like on YouTube. And these videos were like not that uncommon. Like I never saw them. I'm so glad I never ever accidentally stumbled on child porn. I can say that on like a lie, even though lie detectors are bullshit. I can do one. But that was just what you could find on YouTube. It will obviously get taken down eventually, but they would just like make loads of them. And the AI didn't really exist back then. So it took them a while to do so. Not like now. If you just tried to now put that same video on, it would just get detected, because even it doesn't. I think it does fast the whole video, and it'll just detect it. But back then, there was like no AI, so I think everything had to kind of be manually done by a team. Which is, I think, why they were able to like remove a lot of their people, because probably a lot of their team was just people manually verifying stuff. Just like how when you used to see like the switchboards in the UK, there used to be like thousands of women whose job it was when you called the phone, you'd have to like you speak to an actual woman. She'd be like, "Who do you want to speak to?" And you'd be like, "Can I speak to like the call board?" And they'd be like, "Putting you through." And she'd actually have to like take your line, physically pull out your cord, and then find the call board and stick it in there. And you're not even kidding. That's actually what their job was. And you'll be like, "Well, that sounds primitive." Yeah, because that's exactly it. That's exactly what happened in YouTube. There would have been a time before the AI, like this, where they had to have a team. Probably weren't Indian back then. But it'd probably be like thousands and thousands of white people, and their job would just be to come into like the YouTube headquarters, like office at like 8 a.m. and they just go like watch videos and just like make sure they're not like porn. Literally, their job would have been. I'm sure it would have been fun. I'm sure they would have like bean bags and beanbag chairs, and you just can order any takeout you want. Because it's like, heyday, .com. Everyone's making billions and billions. But yeah, like the golden goose only lasts for so long. Eventually, they get an AI system, and they just say, oh, we don't need these 10,000 people. Just get rid of them. It's the same with like on ships. You used to have like a radio operator whose role it was basically just to do Morse code and stuff. It's like you just don't need that now because it's just modern telephones don't require like as someone to be an expert to use it. I can't remember what the point was, but she's just wearing like a chunky black top, nose ring. She's got her bob and then she's got her hair down. Just not that inspiring, and I think it's her shitty merch as well. Like who again? It's just not flat. It's just again her clothing is just designed to like not. She doesn't want to tantalize my eyes. So women like her and like Billie Eilish and all these abused women, they don't want to wear like flat sexual clothing. They don't. So they only want to reveal their sexuality when they have the power and they have the control. They don't want to like any freebies. And that's why there's like loads of psychology. That's why I love this. I don't know. You know me. I love a bit of psychology. It's like my personality type. Dude, this is the internet. It's bedtime for them. They're like, oh, it looks like the Pakistani and Indian bot farms decided not to show up for this one. I said, it's bedtime for them. I'll get it tomorrow morning, because it is. It's like 7 o'clock here. They're like 5.5 hours ahead, so it'll be midnight for them, so they will be asleep. That's what I mean. Like, for me, I know like the demographic. When I sleep, is normally when I get like the most. I don't know if it's actually I get the most. It's just because obviously like if you sleep, I go to sleep at like 9 or 10. I'll wake up at like 6. It's like 8 hours of Americans kind of like finishing work. So it's like I don't get any interaction with that because I'm just asleep. So when I wake up in the morning, and I start like probably posting around like I don't know, 7ish, so after I've had my shower and things. Most of the people, it's not going to be Americans I'm dealing with. Most of the people I'm interacting with, it's going to be Indians and Pakistanis and that lot, because it's going to be like it's going to be lunchtime for them, and they're just going to be spending their day, because this is what they do. They just spend all day doing this, because they make like, I don't know, $300 in Elon bucks, but that's loads to them. But like most people in India don't even make like, I don't know, like, it was either $300 or $600 a month. The whole infrastructure is just imploding. Like, all these malls are just closing down because no one's got any money to buy anything. It's all the same here. All these restaurants and like hotel chains are struggling. I don't get it. So yeah, because if you want to be a fucking idiot and try and like steal loads of money, you're a hotel owner. So you want to try and like fuck over everyone by like trying to hoard all the money, then yeah, the common person isn't going to have anything. You know, when the economy is the best, when everyone has money. It's not the best when you have a couple of people who've got like loads of money and they don't even have, they've got so much they can't spend it, and they're just also earning more because that's just what they've been taught. They've just been taught that there's an infinite surplus of money. They've played too much, I guess, like Red Faction. Sorry, not Red Faction. Too much like Red Alert, where when you're like the Tiberians and you're just like mining the ore. I might be a bad example because I think it does, but like a game where there's just like infinite resources in the sense that in theory you can just keep like picking your character and you can just keep clicking the mine thing at the mine. And you could do that for an infinite amount of time and you just keep getting like that's the sort of logic that some people have, but it's not true. It was just not an infinite amount of money and there was just not an infinite amount of whatever. And I'm not saying that we need to like tax the rich and whatnot, but I'm just saying we need to like think about maybe a different way of just having it like that. Like maybe if you just have so much or something, like a certain portion of it gets invested, and it's I don't know. There's just I just think there is definitely a better way than what we have now, where it's not necessarily. And anyway, a lot of this could just change because every time we bring this up, a lot of like the poo-pooing comes from like, oh, people will abuse it, and that's true. But at least if we can like segregate and just be like, I think if we were all just like white people, smart white people, we just wouldn't do that so much. You probably would get like the odd person who would be on benefits maybe, and then you'd be able to shame them more because it would all be white and we would all be like kind of like, well, what's going on? So if they're gonna like be using the benefits, and it's like they're lying about it, we would just shame them and they wouldn't do it because they'd be ostracized from society. But then again, if there's another, like if there is a legitimate story, like there's like a white person who's born who does have like cerebral palsy or something, yeah, fine, we can give him a good life. We have the money in the wheelhouse to do that. We can like give him a good life. But it's not that, is it? There's just too many people who are just like pretending their kids have got ADHD, so they can just get like freebies.
And I liked it in it. To be honest, I didn't really know she was very big anymore. Like, I kind of assumed that she'd fizzled.
She is not really big. She just was really big, like you say, like the early 2000s. And then it's just the brutal reality, Kate, and I'm sorry, it's like what will happen to you once you get into like your 30s, people aren't gonna care about you. People don't care. I don't think a lot of men like really value like old women's. I know like you're gonna say that's really offensive, but it's just true. Like you value old men's because you realize it's always the wise old man. It's never really the old wise old woman trait. Usually when you see like old women, normally like they're sort of celebrated because they brought loads of people into their life. Like you see like the abuela in like wait, what am I doing? Oh, is that door not open? You see like the abuela in Enchanted. And it's like the reason why she's like respected as a member of like the society. Where do I go? Is because she's had a massive family, and like none of those kids are there without her, and that is just basically like her struggles. Like she's had to like produce all these kids. Um, no one's really like thinking she's like super wise. They give her respect just out of like, do you see what I'm saying? Out of just like honor and just respect that she's like old and she's brought this family up. That's sort of like the women's legacy, but like women like Kay aren't doing that because they've just been goy lauded, like I told you. Which door is that? I don't know where to go. Where do I go? Oh, you are an idiot.
Out. Not that that's really relevant, but I think for those who for some reason don't know who Katy Perry is, I thought I'd kind of give you a little bit of background knowledge. The first thing I wanted to say is that a lot of people I'm seeing online are commenting about the time frame and how that because it's ages ago it doesn't seem viable. And this is something I see a lot of people talk about. If it's historical, it means it can't have happened, or there's a really low chance that it will be convicted. But I have someone in my personal life who actually reported her CSA around like 20, 30 years later, and the guy got convicted and served his 2 years. He's now out now, but the whole
Brilliant. Oh, great. What a great use of society. Brilliant. Really good. It's always good to know that. I bet you, like, again, if you just look at like how many like white men have been like prosecuted for SA in the last 30 years, I bet it's gone up by like 1,000% or something like that. And it's like Kay's too stupid. And she'll be like, well, that just must mean that people like me are just more rapey, because that's her sort of logic she'll have. And that's the logic that the Jewish people will like put on her. And it's not. It's basically just what's happened is we've given women more power because men have been stupid and conceited. And we've been like, go on then, we'll give you power. So we basically just opened up sexual harassment to be anything. It can just be anything. It can just be like wolf whistling is. It shouldn't be one, but it is. A lot of people look at me and go, oh, why would you, how dare you not think wolf whistling isn't that? It's like, okay. And that's what I'm saying to you. It's anything. It's like basically, if I met Katie, and hypothetically, that we were gonna get it on, I wouldn't be able to say make a move on her. I'd have to like awkwardly stop and probably like ask her, like look her really like solemnly in the face and be like, Katie Ramsey, I would like to have penetrative sex with you. I need to ask you, and I'm gonna have to record this as well. Is that gonna be all right with you? And she'd be like, why are you filming me? But I'd be like, I have to do this for my own protection, just in case you sue me. And then that already, because I would see that as not actually being weird, because that protects me. But that will be a boner. That will be like, that will make her dry up like the Sahara. And then she won't want to fuck me because she'd call me like weird or like crazy for doing that. But I'm just playing by her rules. But she doesn't want that because in her like brain, she actually wants to be kind of like be basically like, and it is with the books and stuff, basically R-worded. But she won't. She knows she's been goyle ordered. She doesn't know what she wants. She thinks she wants something, but women are good little goyle lords, so they just follow the law. So she's just like, hey, no, 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 that's really bad. So you see what I'm saying to you? So this is just the quandary she'll be at. Or it's not even Katie, it's just any woman like her in 2026. And it's like, oh, I mean, I guess they could make the move on me, but it's like they probably won't do that because women have been getting goyle ordered that they'd be like, Professor Shekels or Professor I Love Weed would be like, no, 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 don't make the move. If you make the move, Katie, they'll think that you're a big slut and you lose all your power. Next thing you know, you'll just be making dinner for them all day. Now, you don't want to be doing that now, do you? With me, you can suck my big black cock, and I promise nothing bad will happen to you. Kay loves that. She wants to, because she knows like the cock's from Africa, so she like it deserves to be sucked more than like mine. And that's not racist. It's actually racist if you think that's weird. Leon, what the fuck are you wearing? Oh, I just found some new threads at what's that guy? Ramon's house. But Ramon's a midget. How you can't say that word anymore, Katie. I'm very ashamed of you. Black man tries Indian KFC. Brian Atlas. How can I make this men's fault? That's literally it. creepy. Yeah, there's like this Irish woman called Empath Chan, who I told you about. It's just she's again she's like Pearl. Uh, it's just anyone who's female, I suppose. You're the wrong woman to carry this message. You can't have your cake and eat it. You can't be a prostitute or an escort who goes around fucking. She claims white men, but I bet they're not because women lie. Uh, she probably fucked loads of black dudes. 'Cause she doesn't care because women don't. Because women just switch off when they have sex. As long as they're getting like an orgasm, they don't care. Um, but anyway, she claims like she's right wing, but you can't. I just don't think you can be right wing and be a whore. Doesn't really work because the whole point of like right wing is you're more like traditional values, but she's not. She's going around sleeping with getting I don't know fucking probably ugly. I'm assuming there'll be ugly, autistic, antisocial white guys, and I'm gonna hope that the sexual encounter she's gonna have are really unpleasant and really awkward because again we're only seeing what she's showing us, which is gonna be like her smiley happy. I hope the men who pay her, and I know, and cause they pay her, they hopefully do treat her really bad, because like that's how you should treat her. If you're paying someone for sex, yeah, you can make them do whatever the fuck you want, because you're paying them. You want them to like fucking like, yeah, you know what I mean? That's all degenerate shit. So like, I don't really want her to be on the right. I'd rather she was just like Bonnie Blue, and just because. She's like really stupid as well, because obviously she makes money from OnlyFans, and she's like, she's like, I'm like, like black and Indian dudes that jerk off to your content, and they will. Most of the content will be because like white guys, I don't need to pay for this. She's not even like, she's probably not my looks match. She's not my looks match. If I met her at like a club, right, and she wasn't famous, she wasn't popular, and she was just like a nice normal, yeah, I actually probably could like see myself like marrying and settling down with her, but she's not. She's ruined now. Now she's famous and rich. She's ruined, and that's like what the Jewish people know. That's why she's been goy lorded. She doesn't know it because she's just living the good life. She's just living this like copium life of going around letting men pay for you to just to have sex with them. It's like you are a goy lord by that definition. If your men are paying for you to have sex with you, you're not traditional. You're being used by men. You think you're using men, but you're not. Because those men have more money than they know what to do with. So it's just it isn't. You've just been tricked. Instead of you just like getting a husband and just having to settle that he will probably like control how much money you have, you'd rather go off and just fuck dudes who again, so you're making money from dudes, so you're not like doing it your own way. And also it's men who've given you the ability to fuck all these dudes and get money, which again we can just change. Because we don't generally, like, most right-wing dudes don't like that. Because we don't want women to make porn for, like, Indians and black people. That's what Indians and black people and Jewish people need to do. The women who believe that, oh god, again, are just like the ones benefiting from it. She doesn't want that gravy train to stop. She knows, like, if I came into power, and did say, like, I just want to ban, like, any woman who's in the UK. I don't know which. I actually don't know which part of Ireland she's from. She's probably from, like, retarded part of Ireland. Actually, like, as in, like, actual Ireland, not the Northern Ireland. I'm gonna ban all of that. Should be really angry. She'll be the one who'll be, like, at the protest against it. And then that's when it gets really funny, because then that's when you can sort of, like, these women, you start to, like, you can break their thought process, because then you start to, like, say, like, I thought you were against, like, all, like, women being raped. She'd be like, oh no, I am against the women being raped. I just don't want my I still want there to be porn. Then he'd be like, well, doesn't porn, like, kind of, like, provoke men to, like, do that? Because your porn's, like, really degenerate, so it's kind of like promoting, like, and then she'd be like, no, 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 I didn't make it for that. And they just play this cope. It's like K's. She'd be like, no, no, no. When I do nude photos, I don't want men to masturbate to it. I can't. And it's like, no, no, no. You can't control what people are going to do with it. You have to, like, limit, like, think about what you're posting. I can't post my credit card information on the online and then get angry if someone uses it, even though someone uses my credit card information. That would still technically be their crime they're doing. It doesn't matter. I would still probably get in trouble for doing that. Like, my card company might not even issue me a refund because I was so retarded. Case in point, it's the same here. You can't, like, just post a video. It's like any picture or video you post, Katie. So even this video here, loads of dudes could just be masturbating to this video. Oh my god. How even creepier. I said, how creepy. And this guy called Josh was commenting about this empath chan, and it was right above it. And I took a picture of it and I posted it and I said, how creepy. And then two people liked it. Who are those two people? Josh and empath chan. So I posted that saying, how even creepier. So she does read my replies because I write loads of scathing shit. So she does read that. So I told you, girls do, all women do. She reads every single thing. Every time I write a jarring post, she'll read it. Same with Brittany Benny. The women are addicted to it. They read their comments. I read it because I'm a sociopath. I love it. I don't really know what people can say to me to offend me, so I look for it. But women can't do it. That's why women block me. That's why women block people. Me, I swore off a duck's back. What are you going to say to me? I'm a big raging gay lord. Okay. Oh no. How will I ever live? How will I live with my two biological sons? Now I'm a gay lord. Well, don't you know that, what's his face? What's his name? Oscar Wilde, he had kids. Yeah, yeah, so what? Who cares? Oh, I love psychology. Josh is a psychologist, so he loves psychology as well. He's just not psychology naturally like me. What does that mean? Oh, I was born with some really horrible powers. I talk to snakes. find me. Is that normal? Dumbledore just looks at him awkwardly. Yeah. Nothing to think about that. Come into my school. I find people's weaknesses. They come to me. Is that normal? That's me. I use emotions against people. Say what you want. I didn't. I forgot that happened, but that's some good reactions. You want me on your team. That's all I'll say. At least if someone's gonna burst through that door, oh god, I'm deducing. He's on fire. Might as well just shoot him. Put him out of his misery. I can't see there being any good scenario now, especially considering like everyone that I've met have been evil. Just shoot him. Just shoot him. He's probably way gone. Even if he did survive, you don't know, and no one's gonna question you. When they do the autopsy on this place, there's probably just not going to be enough time. They're just not going to be able to like, go into enough detail because they just ask Leon. They'll be like, Leon, do you remember shooting this guy who's like burnt to a crisp? No. Well, he has one of your bullets in it. Well, maybe I did, but I just thought he was a zombie. Fine, fair enough. I mean, yeah, he is a zombie. Look, he's got fucking look, yeah, I did. He's got fucking weeds coming out of his head. He's an evil guy. Is it the fucking mercenary he's got a massive grin on his face. Yeah, did you kill that fucking cremation dude?
Welcome. Got a selection of good things on sale, stranger. Ruby's all rubbish. It makes no difference. The price, well, that's our choice to make.
Oh yeah, 'cause I ate so much.
Thank you. Oh, my back is killing me. Years haven't been kind to us. Easy. Good as new.
I might be open. Doesn't matter.
Try that on for size. Well then, what can our pleasant travelers?
The mercenary, well, fucking, hey mate, did you learn that yourself? No, I got a teacher. I'm just trying to make conversation. Jesus, why are you always so mean to me? You're half a zombie, mate. So? Got enough problems in this country. Play transmission. That's like one of the best scenes ever. If you're gonna like the scene where like Mr. Incredible gets interviewed by Syndrome when he's like in the electric thing. It's such a good scene. It's just the dialogues are really good. Play the transmission. So you do know it because it's the parts. It's like you can see how he like works things out, and it's true of like the psychology of like things. When you're fucking with people, sometimes they can give off like even online little tiny idiosyncrasies of things that you can tell that they are definitely like you are getting to them. And that's what I'm telling you. So I'm aware of the game. I love the game. See what I mean? It's like Clarice. such a good idea. It's so good. The people who watch this now have no idea how I made it. How I made it was incredibly intricate. I could go into details, just no one gives a fuck. Because this is where we live at the moment. But it was fun as fuck to do. It was just more of like a passion project. Like, could I do it? But I did it. Oh, that's a fuck. Said Pearl's dog is alleged to be her only friend. Although smelly, her hygiene is better than Pearl's. It's just so funny. It says, Hitler was a good guy song. Pearl's debut song, universally hated and deemed anti-Semitic. She was pleased playing it. Pearl had recorded her debut hit song, Hitler was a good guy. It was panned globally. It was evident that Pearl enjoyed playing it. Public opinion appears to believe that Pearl was likely anti-Semitic. She was even ridiculed it for the Piers Morgan YouTube show. You can see from this clip that she showed little remorse for what she did. I think it would be extremely difficult to convince the court of her innocence. I'd say that Miss Davis needs to start clutching her pearls. Beautiful. How beautiful is that? It's like the absolute trump card. Like, if I was a lawyer, that's exactly how you close that case. Beautiful. Do I get any reward for it? Fuck no, because I'm white. Oh, here we go. You got the black guys like working together now. He said, he literally has a picture of toys as a banner. You took him serious. Said, oh, here we go. The black men coming to team up with me. The only way you can win. At least I don't have an N-ball star as my profile picture. Because he does. He's got some fucking like footballer. This is me, not some fat black dude. Exactly. I'm not going to concede to them. I don't give a fuck because he is. He's some fun black guy. I don't. Why does some black guy just get power over me? No, he's more retarded than me. He's probably weaker than me. Even though he's black, he probably is weaker. I reckon I could choke him out. I don't care. He's not even showing his face. He's showing some fucking Arsenal black guy, a black Arsenal football player. Brilliant. Exactly. We really know where the bread and circuses is, isn't it? Let's just fill up all of the Jewish owners of the clubs. Sal and Sugar, he loves that. All of them are like fucking like into their football. Yeah, they just want to fucking fill it all. So they don't want white men to be football players and get loads of money and fuck all the hot white women. No, they want to give it to the Negroes. They want to give all the black guys all the money because you want the black guys to like try and rape the white women. It's obvious. If you're like a Jewish dude and you're like own a club, you're not gonna be like, oh yeah, let's put like these white people in. No, you're just gonna hire all these like Chinese and anyone who's not white because the Jewish people is showing their insecurity. It's showing their insecurity. Who they don't like is who they don't value. They don't commemorate the most, and it's obviously people like me. Obviously people like me. Same with black people. They obviously hate me the most. They're not going to give me a shred of dignity. Anytime they can do anything, they will do it. Because this is what they do. It's like the game they play. So once white people start doing that, they're fucked. Because they'll be they'll not even be outnumbered. They'll just be like out-resourced. These don't have end-ball stars. That's why black people have to like do it. It's the only way. Like black people just like look at the skin color, and if they see like a white man's like being attacked, they'll just like start teaming up with the black man. Regardless of the context, even if the black man like robbed him, they would still team up because it's just a tribal thing. And it's just this is what happens in social media. It's what happens in like streaming. It's what happens in entertainment. Anything where like these people can vote, they're just gonna like use it against you. He probably will be reporting me for racism as well. He'll go on his X and he'll spend his whole evening going on every single one of my things, and probably reporting it because they don't have anything better to do. Because it's like most of these people have got the mental capacity of a 12-year-old. And I remember when I was 12, yeah, that's the sort of thing I would do. I'd like brigade someone's account and try and ruin their life because you're a 12-year-old and you don't know how to handle your emotions. But when you're an adult and you do it. The only way they can win. Because they know they're not as smart as me. And it's very telling, isn't it? It is just very telling because he knows I'm right because he's obviously black. He thinks he's smart. He thinks he's really smart in his brain, he thinks by having a black Liverpool football player as his profile picture, I might think he's white. So me probably calling out the audacity that I know he's black, he'll probably freak him out because he'll know that it's true. He knows that I'm right. That these guys are just ganging up because he sees me dogging on a black guy. So he's got this tribal, yeah, it's literally just like tribal condition. He has to always, if he sees any of his like brothers being whipped, whoosh, he has to stick up for him. Because it's like if he doesn't, it's just like anything like anything where the white man gets power. Because he has to do that. Because he knows I can fuck women that he won't be able to fuck, and the fact he doesn't show his profile picture is proof of that. Because if he was a hot black guy, he'd show his profile picture. Because it doesn't. I don't know. Say it's gay, but I know like most black dudes who are like probably do get women will put their profile picture. It's just weird if you've got like a profile picture of you living vicariously through another successful black guy. That's like really lame shit. Oh, who are you going out with? Oh, I'm going out with Dwayne. He's like really obsessed with Magobo from like Arsenal football. It's just gay. It's just really lame. So you can't even be like proud of your own accomplishments. You gotta like just worship some fucking like footballer. It's like the most gay thing I've ever heard. I used to always hate like dudes who did that. I just thought it was the most lame thing ever. They would like bully like kids at school for being gay, but they would go home and they would like jerk off to like Ronaldo, how many goals you get to. It was just the most gay thing I've ever heard. And if you ever tried to like bring that hypocrisy to them, they just didn't understand it, and they'd just try and they'd beat you up. But now I'm bigger, I just don't feel, I don't care. Like, go for it. Do you think I haven't been beaten up before? Go for it. Let's go for it. I might win. That's what I just think. I just think there's a chance I could win. Okay. Not every black person you meet is going to be like a cry kid. A little bit, just the camera was fogged, so I had to like kind of zoom in to like. He just looks like Nicholas DeOrio. Oh, thank you. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. I swear I picked up two though. Alright, case video. I love it. Just gonna leave it. You see what I mean? It's like their shaming language. He's watching N-ball, but he doesn't have the hindsight to realize that. And it's the same with the Pakistani dude, like the other time. Exactly the same. They're like these strange. They don't understand that they think if they can chastise me for having toys, which are models I built, I'm not going to be able to chastise him for being obsessed with football, which is just as lame. But that's what I mean. This is what I'm saying to you. But then he will socially believe that like football is like more like it's more cool, I suppose is the phrase. So this is why going to I know my like intuition. He'll reply something of cope because black people can't leave it. They won't do that. He has to have the final say, which is why you have to ignore it. Because there's just no point. Go even if I just reply back retard or you're such a loser. He would have to have the last say because it's there's low impulse. They have to do it. But he's gonna say something about like it'll just be more cope about like the fact they're toys or something like that. System restored. I'm just gonna fucking blast these motherfuckers. Like not. I mean, I could just. Jesus. Not so tough, right? Ruby. Sapphire. Gold. Massive golden good. I think I gotta switch it off now.
In it. To be honest, I didn't really know she was very big anymore. Like, I kind of assumed that she'd fizzled out. Not that that's really relevant, but I think for those who, for some reason, don't know who
I
Katie
love
is.
I've been watched playing this for 2 hours and 17. I haven't even played a minute of Casey. This is, this is, if anything, this is just to show how actually unimportant anything he says. Like I've watched her now so much that it inconsequentially doesn't matter what she says. I just know what she's. So, and it happens to me a lot. Sometimes I speak with people, and if I get really pissed off with them, my brain goes really quick, and like I just can predict what they're gonna say because they just, you know, like when people will say the start to an idiom, and you just know what it is. And that's basically kind of what happens. You just start to, and it's the same with like when I argue with an Indian guy. I'm a there's like in my brain there's like sort of 10 flow diagrams going on about like what if they post this, what would I say, what would I do, what would I do, what would I do? Because and then, like I've done it so much now that I just know they'll post the same graph with like the medium home the each race and which makes the most per household. And again, they don't think about that they've got 20 people living in a home or 4 families, which they do. They don't think about that. They don't care about that. They think like that's the sort of thing that I won't notice, but I do. Are they going to talk about the show like as compilation they've made of all the white rapists and stuff, which again is just it's just nothing compared to what happens in India. Are they going to show all the bestiality that happens with white people? Again, nothing compared to what happens in India. Are they going to show all of the child porn? Again, inconsequential to what happens in India. Do you see what I mean? It's all like this. And the same with India. Sorry, black people. What is he going to say? Is he just going to call me like racist? Well, it doesn't really work anymore. Is he gonna like say my dick and just say something about like about how much sex he gets? Again, I mean, he can, but I just don't care. Like, is he gonna talk about how much money he earns? Well, again, I don't care because you see what I'm saying. So it's just like you just don't care. It's just get over it. It's after you like once you stick your hand in the fire. I don't want to use that 'cause I don't say you get used to it because you don't. But it's like you kind of understand how it's gonna feel. Once you like dunked your head in that freezing water a couple of times, you just had like people like sting you a little bit. You just don't get you just get calluses, so you don't care. It's just funny. Yeah, so far he hasn't replied, so who knows? Maybe maybe he did. It's very rare.
Into videos.
There's like a picture of Snoop Dogg on a private jet. And I'm just gonna post a picture of me with a Jewish like face, because that by itself probably isn't criminal. Because what does that mean? Because I just argue it's just a man smiling. The fact he's Jewish is completely irrelevant. But then people who do read into it might be like, why have you shown a Jewish man doing that? Is it trying to infer that the Jewish people made Snoop Dogg famous because they know it again takes the money away from a white man? You see what kind of curse I'm blessed with? Oh God. Hang on. I can do this. Oops. Yeah, I think I remember this being really. It wasn't the obvious thing. Yeah. That took nowhere near as long as last time. The first time I did that, I was there for like, I'm not even kidding. It was about 5 minutes. I I actually only remembered at that time because I remember it not being the most obvious one, because when you look at the map, it's actually really deceptive because the first layer, it makes you want to put it so it connects to the hubs. So most people what they're doing now will go, I better put these because you get two in the first row. But actually, it's not. It actually completely tricks you. That's what made me throw me off loads. Because the first layer is actually they want you to almost put it at the one where you like don't light any of the orbs up. It's just they've done it very smart. They've obviously made that's like a very hard puzzle. They probably did expect there to probably be quite a good amount of people who's like, fuck this, I can't be bothered. Can't be bothered to go to the internet. Oh, you've picked a bad day to come out, dude. Oh god, oh god, oh god. Yes.
It's taking so long.
Yeah, exactly. Why are the square ones so good? Anyway, I need to play K's video. I feel like barely done any of it. Who cares about what black
For
people think?
some reason don't know who Katy Perry is, I thought I'd kind of give you a little bit of background knowledge. The first thing I wanted to say is that a lot of people I'm seeing online are commenting about the time frame and how that because it's ages ago it doesn't seem viable. And this is something I see a lot of people talk about. If it's historical, it means it can't have happened, or there's a really low chance that it will be convicted. But I have someone in my personal life who actually
Wait,
reported
what?
her CSA around like 20, 30 years later, and end in a conviction. And if somebody is a danger to other people, then I don't care how long it's been.
Kay's idea is just to make any man. Because again, I told you the only way women can get men is if men hurt them or have sex with them. So women know that. So women will just go out there and that's all they want to do. Is if there's a man they want to fuck over, they will just use they'll just play like the classic sort of victim stuff and say like they're kind of narcissists and stuff. So it's just making a generation of there not being any strong men because none of them are allowed to flourish. Because if any try to come up and like do anything, there's always going to be a woman like Katie or like a boss like Katie who'll just like try and ruin their lives just because they literally just see them as being like toxic men.
I'll pay a pretty penny.
Whereas like Katie will just happily just
Crossing your T's, dotting your I's.
accept men from like other cultures being like that. Because she doesn't need to take power from them. She knows she's racist deep down and knows she is smarter than them. Because I know like women are truly like very. I just think women are smart enough to know they are like smarter than other races. I just think they do know that because I know like women are truly quite despicable people. When you actually, if you can find out a lot about them, you do. They're just like men. They're just like men, but more retarded. So of course they're gonna be fucked.
Whether makes the allegation should be taken seriously. What I wanted to talk about today, though, is that this isn't the first allegation Katy Perry's had fired at her. There's actually been a numerous amount of allegations that are all kind of centered around SA or, I guess, just inappropriate sexual behavior, which I think kind of adds to this situation because it's not good. It doesn't paint her in a good light, and it makes the Ruby Rose allegations.
CeraVe Facial Moisturizing Lotion locks in moisture up to 10 layers deep with UV protection.
Imagine there was a tool that showed you every car you've had on finance and what you could be owed. Well, there is, and it's called Car Claim Check. In just 60 seconds, you could find out if you are owed up to £1,750. There's no need to remember any registration plates or dig.
It doesn't
Why is it just for that gun? I love it. I think it's really good. Games need more quirky stuff like that. The fact it's made me smile means that the Japanese guy made it. They've done their job. Like, this game has just grown on me so much. I don't know what's happened. I really don't know what's happened to me. I'm such a simp for this game. Even I'm starting to get like a bit, I'm like freaked out. But thank God, eggs are like super nutritious. Fucking blast them. Or should I try and blast them with my gun? Well, I'll see. Like, yeah, I got like really stuck because this game's got like some. It's like the other game. It's got some real issues. There's obviously something in the coding that just fucks the game up if you accidentally get two of the same item. So this game just didn't give me the bio scope. And I was like getting really confused because I was like, how am I supposed to get this wrench? Because I definitely remember there being a wrench. And I was just really confused. So I was playing professional mode and I didn't have all the infinite stuff. And I just couldn't remember how to get the wrench. And it took me ages to work out. You had to like, one of the regenerators just has it in their body. I was like, and it turned out that I had the bio thing the whole time, like I do now. It's just I'd never. I didn't realize that. It was just so stupid. I don't even have a submachine gun. So what do you got? It's like that Candace suit. There's like a fucking creepy ass episode of like Phineas and Ferb. Where Candace like turns into like a suit. I don't know the story. I haven't watched it. Fine, you can regenerate all you want. I'm just gonna sit and shoot, and that's the thing. Sometimes like people like they do sometimes do that in like some shows. So, like you have characters who like mutate, sorry, regenerate. They do sort of show the bitter irony to that, which is that if you do regenerate, that does mean they can just keep on hurting you, and you're just gonna keep on feeling it. So like sometimes if you are like something that can regenerate, one of the biggest things that can problem things that could happen to you would just be, you got buried alive. Let's just say like let's say you couldn't die. Like we'll just extend it to that. Oh, okay, we'll just bury you alive. That'll be really horrible. How about that? We just put you in a concrete tomb and we're just gonna put you in the ground for like 1,000 years. And maybe as a joke, we'll just like we'll pull you. We'll make sure that the container can't be broken out, but we'll just pull you out and see what you look like in 500 years time. You can have a look at like what's happened. Wouldn't that be horrible? Just fire you into space. Just fire you into space. It's like, stop it, please. I don't want to die. Oh.
Paint her in a good light and it makes the Ruby Rose allegations pretty believable. Rose made the initial allegations on Sunday night on the social media site Threads in response to an article about Perry's weekend at Coachella. Katy Perry sexually assaulted me at Spice Market nightclub in Melbourne, Rose wrote. Who gives a shit what she thinks? Rose elaborated in a follow-up post responding to a person's one-off colour joke that Perry kissed a girl and didn't like it by saying, she didn't kiss me, she saw me resting on my best friend's lap to avoid her and bent down, pulled her underwear to the side and rubbed her disgusting vagina on my face until my...
What? That's hot, isn't it? Isn't that like in the milking mood? Oh. It's like the alien heads. Oh, there you go. It's like the alien heads. Yeah. The Mars attacks. So was it a green one?
I snapped open and I projectile vomited on her. On Monday night, after the allegations went viral, Perry commented on the incident via a representative. So Perry didn't comment, her PR team commented, which I think for a lot of people
Chunky.
are just like, well, your team are obviously going to deny, you're going to deny the allegations, but I don't know, it just feels a bit weak when people get their PR teams to do it. Maybe that's just practice, maybe they have to do it, maybe she wanted to say something, I don't know, we don't know the ins and outs, but when a team just says that they categorically deny the allegations, it's like, okay, well, it would be nice to have a bit more of a personal feel where you actually yourself, Katie, dispute the allegation. It sounds
Oh!
my name is very jarring. The allegations being circulated on social media.
Yeah, Katie's like a bit like that noise is so funny. Oh, I'm in control there. Oh. I love that they put the pun in there. Did she actually say I kissed a girl and I liked it? But anyway, being really rapey is fine. It's just if white people do it, that's the thing. Being rapey and creepy is really fine. It's okay as long as you're not white. I keep saying to you, Kate, as long as I don't get mine, that's all that matters. That's what you've been goil-ordered to thinking. You're happy for like Shaquille O'Neal to get his dick sucked, or like LeBron James to get his dick sucked. And LeBron James can probably slap as many white asses as he wants, and like grope as many like OnlyFans women, and everyone will just giggle and be like, "Ah, how Shaq, you big black oaf." But if like if I like accidentally, like I said, like sidle past a woman and just touch her ass with my hand, she'll like call me a pedophile, even though she's like 18 or 20. I see the black guy responded. He didn't. Maybe I got really angry. I said, I guess this guy got really angry. This is the internet. Everyone hates everyone. So either get angry or it's true. You have to go in with that mindset. Don't even try and make friends on the internet. Please, don't do it. Please don't. Maybe if you're playing a game, maybe just not on social media. These people are fucked unless you really know who they are. Even then, who gives a fuck? Are they better than me? I mean, me. No, I don't know about you. I don't give a fuck what anyone thinks. Like, look, do you think? Look at me. It's a little Michael Jackson hat. Dun 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 dun. Jewish people making that. Dun 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 dun. I love that there. Why is that there? Actually, I think Michael Jackson probably did he was a prodigy. It was because he was abused. He was a tortured artist. Okay.
Allegations being circulated on social media by Ruby Rose about Katy Perry are not only categorically false, they're dangerous, reckless lies, a representative told Variety. Ms. Rose has a well-documented history of making serious public allegations on social media against various individuals, claims that repeatedly been denied by those named. Now, maybe that is true, I don't know, but it's also important to take into consideration that Katy Perry has had numerous SA allegations leveled against her, which is what we're going to be talking about today. So if they really want to use the whole, well, multiple other people have been accused by Ruby, and that's meant to be evidence that Ruby's lying, then we also have to consider that multiple allegations have been made against Katy, so that might be evidence that Katy is lying. You know, it's a very stupid thing to say. Also, people can be victimized more than once. In fact, it's actually common for people who are victimized by a crime to be victimized again and then again, because their idea of like personal boundaries is a lot less clear because of what they've been through. And you know, again,
It's just cope. It's just cope. There's just more to this world than sex. It's just so bad. I just don't understand what's happened. We just turned this world and it's just all we talk about is sex and people being sex criminals. It's so retarded. There's so much more to this planet. So much more we can do. And I just think if we stop giving women this fucking validation from all this shit, they'll go away. Just have to say tough luck, get over it. And maybe that is horrible, but it's just bullshit. Utter garbage. Just spending all our time, just people just keeping SA'd, sexually abused. Either accept that the women are like lower class, like less tier, and then we'll protect them, or don't, and I'm just gonna continue to make fun of you. Where did you get that drip from? I don't talk Negro. What does that mean? That means clothes. I don't speak Negro.
responses to sexual trauma is a
Oh,
very
Brittany
common-
Benny's here. Oh, it's not Brittany Benny. It's Extremity. I can't do Extremity. I'm not good. I don't think I practice that enough.
Their most important
I don't really know what she sounds like. She sounds like a fucking retard.
That's right.
She sounds like a massive, huge retard. Hey, Extremity, if you're watching me, you kiss my massive dick and non-sexual, because you probably see me.
Happy to help. Now you owe me.
Now you owe me. And when women mean that, they mean sex. It's always sex, by the way. It means she wants to fuck me. I know female psychology. Women don't just say shit for the fun of it. If women want you, they'll let you know.
Could you give me a boost?
Wait a minute. Oh, maybe we can't then. She's like firmly there. She's like, look, Leon, I'm going up here. You know, I'm not gonna like force. I'm gonna like, you're gonna do it one way.
So I don't really think that someone saying you've been victimized before is necessarily a good claim. I mean, maybe if they could say that Ruby Rose has made false allegations time and time again that have been provably false, then it would be a bit more like, okay. But most people don't admit to crimes, so saying that she's accused multiple people and they've denied it doesn't mean that this didn't happen. It's also worth noting that this
I'm gonna do it in front of Ashley and see what she does.
Pretty much a master of unlocking.
Hey, Ashley. Classic woman just doesn't go. Fine.
I have something I think you like. Welcome. Got some rare things on sale, stranger. Your valuables won't do you much good in the grave. pretty penny for that. Easy work. That's good work, if I do say so myself.
Well, that's a shame.
A deal well struck. Try that on for size. Wield it. Don't get yourself killed now.
Oh, SpaghettiOs. Oh, I did, but okay.
What's that? How help next time then?
Look at her, she loves it. She's like hot for me. I mean, I would be hot for any dude who could do that. Whereas,
Was in a nightclub of which Ruby says she was resting on someone's lap. A nightclub is a very busy place. I'm sure there were multiple people that probably saw what was happening, if it's true. So, again, it's just not looking good for Katie, to be honest. Perry also seemingly sent a message to her fans via Instagram on Tuesday in a story posted that featured her song By the Grace of God. She wrote simply, I love you. Though she'd initially stated she wouldn't file a police report, Rose followed up on Tuesday night by saying she'd finalised all of her reports and would not comment or repost or talk publicly about those cases or the individuals involved. She said it's going to look like I'm ignoring everything from support of messages to other people's experiences, but I'm not. This is a standard request from the police.
why that was funny was because I technically went off without being in there, but they just teleport her in there. So it would just be really funny. Because like she would just have to go up by herself. It would just cause like a bit of an awkward reaction. She'd be like, why did you go up without me? Oh, sorry. I just kind of show like Leon wasn't. uh, oh, I had to be me, right? To be me. I remember this from last time. See, women love violence. I think. It's fine. I remember this. This is creepy. I remember this so well. Oh, sticky foot. You need to show black people and Indians how angry you are. Once you do that, they back down. They know they've got nothing on me. I've spent my whole life being told I'm not the king, but I am. Black people are not the king. The Jewish people are not the king. I told you, I'm king of Galway. I am the king of Galway. It's like I said, Kate, even if you kill me, I don't die. My power is that I can't die. Not in the way that you think. Even if my body passes, my essence would continue. The damage is done. Do you remember when Vegapunk, like, died? He didn't die, did he? Bit like that. Oh. Oh god.
It's quite the relief. Ruby has officially made a statement, and I saw a lot of people talking about, well, how's this going to work when it was so long ago. It is possible. Now, it is harder because the evidential threshold for these cases are really hard to prove anyway. But if Katie herself, for example, gives an account where she stumbles all over her words, or she goes back on stuff, or she doesn't know.
Oh, yeah, do you think Katie the millionaire's gonna have any problem with that? Probably not. Who's buy her out? What do you think? Where is it? I think I remember.
Got it.
Damn it! Get back here!
Put me down! Over here!
Again? Go on. Where? Ooh. The bongo drums de-intensified.
You hurt?
I'm good, thanks.
Wanked him.
You're serious?
Fucked his ass.
What to say, or she contradicts herself. There is a chance she could.
Why'd you keep doing that?
That's exactly how it went for someone in my family who had a historical case. When he was arrested, he just flip-flopped around. He said he didn't need a
Case, like, from a whole... Do you see what I mean? Like, we need to change the society. We don't want to, like, be rewarding victims. We want to be, like, shaming victims. Do you see what I'm saying? You want to be shaming them. We don't want to be looking at them like they're some sort of like heroes. We want to be like looking at them like they're like weak and they're just like able to be fucking abused, because this is what's happening. It's so easy to pull on the heartstrings of like people who've been victimized. So we're just letting the society of weakos who are just like people like Katie, who are just like too retarded to not be like SA'd. They can't like go in society and function without like their family getting retarded, like get raped or something. So they have to do this, and we just gotta sit here and just like pander to these assholes and just like give them all money and stuff because they deserve it for some reason. Why do they deserve it for being a retard? Just be smart. Don't get raped. None of my family got raped, so I think I deserve more money than you. Why do you deserve like money because you get raped? sympathy. Who cares? You sound weak. Don't get raped. If any black men say I'm gonna rape you for saying that, good. That'll show me. Wait, what do I do? Where am I going? What am I doing?
Pointed him, he defended him, and now we can.
This video's from every mass.
India is the most advanced country. We invented civilization.
Alright. That's it.